Climate change protest is going well. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend, where we like to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants, shine the light of awareness on woke absurdities, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters. There's nothing more effective than a good old-fashioned climate change protest. Over the course of this year alone, we have learned that mass change happens when skinny, malnourished climate activists glue themselves to famous artwork, throw soup on paintings. Talk about creating some real change in the world. Another thing happens here. This time, just recently, Burning Man is happening, or it's about to happen. It's a place where you go be a hippie in the desert, get severe sunburn, potential dehydration, potential heat stroke for a week or so. It's amazing. Now, there were some climate change activists who decided, wow, Burning Man's a good opportunity to protest climate change. We're going to protest the climate for changing, you bastards. So they blocked a road into Burning Man, and we'll see what happens with that. But first, this comes from the Twitter account of Dr. Anastasia Maria Lupus. I'd never known of this person before, but took a look at some of her other posts, which I'll show you in a second, and assumingly she is a very legit follow. But first, let's take a look at the climate activism and just how effective these people are. And that's what they think of you.
Did anyone get that?
Yeah. Did anybody get that? Yeah, they got it, and the authorities did it, so it gets better. Which, by the way, just keep in mind, the folks you see here, that might be a mask dangling from her face. I can't confirm that, but the video forensics right now makes it seem like she's wearing a mask in the middle of the desert. Looks like he is too. Maybe that's a beard. I hope their masks would just fit the scenario better. But so keep in mind, these people, they're probably hey, what we're doing, we're the good guys, and we can kind of do whatever we want, and nothing's gonna happen to us. Man, they find out. Watch this.
On the ground! All of you on the ground now!
Whoa.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Whoa. Here's... You can hear her. Oh no, that's her. They're crying out, they're feeling the consequences of their choices. Blocking a road, doesn't matter what you're protesting. If you're burning a building, it doesn't matter what your cause is. You're not supposed to do that. You could be on the side of the road, that's totally fine. So they're here being kind of just imbecile nut jobs, thinking there's never going to be any consequences for us because we're here. You're in the road, cop plows through their little roadblock barricade, comes out, gun drawn, yelling, get on the ground. And then you hear these people just crying, we don't have any weapons. And let's watch it. Please. Just slammed her face on the concrete. It's fine. It's a police officer doing that to a white chick, so that's fine. But if we go to the instant replay, let's take a look. Wait, backtrack it here. So the literal sign that the ranger ran over, "Burners of the world unite." And here these protesters are literally creating division. They're creating a barrier in the road that keeps people from uniting. Go on. Bam, not on my watch. Then you watch this lady, she could have gotten injured. But she's there just getting strewn about. There she is. I gotta think it's funny. The post says, climate change. Nevada Rangers shut down climate change protest outside of Burning Man. Hold protesters at gunpoint and arrest all of them. This is how it's done. It's weird how climate change protesters, how they do it, it kind of makes people not a fan of them and certainly not a fan of their cause. You just like burning down a building, being a nut job, disrupting people, blocking roads. It almost makes you look uncredible. Then if you take a look at some of the comments on this tweet, of course you got the around find out graph. Love it. They play the FAFO gambit. Around find out, presumably. And then this comment, I vote the tribal rangers replace the FBI. Who's with me? Potentially, I'm making a presumption off that this person is purporting, don't even know what that word means, that the rangers who ran into their barricade were tribal rangers, Native Americans. And if so, I also vote that they replace the FBI. These are Trump's two next generals, based police. We are clowns, environmental clowns. And then DC Drano's post on Instagram, he reposted this same video from the same Twitter account. This is what he reports. Best thing you'll see all day. These roadblockers were protesting big tech execs flying their private jets to Burning Man by blocking the highway for everyone else. Yeah, like you're flying a private jet to Burning Man, so we'll protest that by blocking the road for people who aren't flying a private jet. Makes a lot of sense. Not only does this pollute the air with everyone's running engines, because I can't get through, you gotta keep their cars on, but it also prevents ambulances from saving lives and entraps people against their will. Hope they spend a good amount of time in jail for this road insurrection. Oh, I love it. I love it. By the way, same Twitter account of Dr. Anastasia Marie Lupus. I scrolled down in her recent post from there. She is reposting Jordan Peterson, who reposted one of her articles, which is this. 1,100 eminent scientists declare there is no climate emergency. So that's a repost of this article. Jordan Peterson says to that, boy, that 97% of all scientists believe in a human-caused climate emergency thing is sure starting to look like a lie. I know I read that like a third grader. Please forgive me. Woke absurdities, I love it. Climate change activism, protesting, and just the least ineffective but most hooligan-like ways. It amuses me. It really does. So thank you for taking a look at this with me, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. Appreciate you watching and subscribing to this channel. And before you go, I do want to tell you about something important. You probably know by now that CBD has become an absolute staple at helping people promote their health and overcome challenges. But unfortunately, it can be hard to find CBD brands that you can trust in terms of potency and purity. That's why I started Awaken CBD, because my life and my health has been massively positively impacted by CBD, so I wanted to bring CBD to the world that they can trust. At Awaken CBD, I am proud to bring the most potent, pure CBD to the market with the highest quality control and organically grown CBD that you'll find. The backbone of the lineup is the full spectrum CBD oil tincture. And we've also got full spectrum gummies, which are delicious, sleep gummies, sleep formula, and intensive pain relief rub, which I am reaching for every time I hurt myself in the gym, which is unfortunately often. To help you meet your health goals and overcome your challenges, I would be honored if you gave Awaken CBD a shot. You can find it only at awakencbd.com. Enjoy, my friends.